If you want to do art, you have to build worlds, and there's not a lot of teachers that know how to teach world building in the way that I can. I know for a fact that the younger you are, the more inclined you are to do that, but as you grow up, art becomes more rigid, and there's bounds of like what you can and can't do. But I don't believe in limits. I think all art is valid and should be intertwined. Hi, I'm Spencer Garland. I'm the next Bill Nye. I'll do it again. Hi, I'm Spencer Garland. I'm the next Bill Nye. And I'm the founder of Brenda Arts, which is a interdisciplinary, intersectional art school. My mom was named Brenda. She died a couple years ago. She really encouraged me to do art and was an artist herself. It was a good way to honor her memory and help me heal. I bring a artist or a topic to class. We analyze it through the realm of art, and then I encourage kids to make a project in the same vein as the artist or topic we're talking about in order to understand the topic better and make something that the kids are proud of that show their full personhood. The way that I approach teaching is the way I approach art. I just decided to be vulnerable and raw. The more real you are with students, the more they will respond to you positively.
This is an award show where everybody gets an award. Everybody say yay.
The first time I taught Brenda was just say like, this is a picture of my mom. She's no longer with us, but she is proud of all of you for being here and wanting to make something. I gave a speech about, I was saying like the truest superpower you can have is being yourself, and they applauded me. And that was like one of the coolest things that ever happened to me in my life because they felt what I was putting down and like it got to them on an emotional level. So I'm just here not to lie to them. That's all that I can do, is just be honest. And I encourage other teachers to be the same way. It's just a lot of awareness and a lot of vulnerability is what it comes down to. Is like, how much are you willing to put on the table? My TV show, Brenda Lab, basically the show is Bill Nye, but for Black art. I introduce a topic. Where are Black people in science fiction? And then we investigate it in this magical 3D world. Welcome to Brenda Arts' Imagination Division. Sorry things are so crazy in here. We've been rendering things out for the last 6 months and we haven't gotten all of them done yet. But I just wanted it to be as honest and as raw as my teaching practice. And I wanted it to have community involvement. So each episode, I take time to show art from different kids that I work with, people from the community. I just want to build like a cultural hub. WizPix is a part of our show where we want to hear from you, the Wizards Guild. If you send us some art, we'll add it to our very illustrious gallery that I have behind me. I wanted to talk about the idea of Afrofuturism. Afrofuturism is a term for putting Black culture and identities into science fiction, rather than putting Black faces into space. Jill Scott Heron's Whitey on the Moon was a very poignant piece in terms of like where we are in the new space race, how that affects like politics.
Concerning the fact that millions and millions of dollars are continually sent into outer space while we continue to face the same problems here on the ground.
How billionaires are trying to go off into space while there's George Floyd protests happening at the exact same time, mirroring what was going on in the 60s and 70s while the Apollo missions and all of that was happening. And kids understand, if you show them something that happened before and show them something contemporary, they can make the connection between the two. I thought that was just a very stark example of something that was going on before that's still continuing to happen. Afrofuturism brings up a lot of interesting questions about if spacefaring travel is actually good. Do you think our friends Jeffrey Bezos and Elon Musk are going to take us along on their space adventures? Probably not, unless you want to live on a slave colony. These kids, I just want them to be able to think outside of like, what is graphic design? What is film? What is architecture? And then kind of meld all these elements together to make a more holistic form of art, because you don't get taught that. Brother Sun Ra said, space is the place, but we can go further and say cyberspace is the new place. Building communities online, seeing art from all different types of people, and using new tools to create digital works. The future is online, baby.